Stop buying smart appliances. Repair pros reveal the truth. Want the real scoop on appliances? Don't ask the guys at the big stores. Go to the repair pros. They see what's inside these shiny boxes all week. They see the fried boards, the broken plastic. They see the weak spots companies try to hide. Ask any veteran repairman what's in their own home. You'll see a pattern. No Wi-Fi, no screens on the fridge, just old, plain analog boxes. Because the people who fix them know what breaks. They know which brands and features will cost you a fortune. Today, we're spilling that secret. I'll show you the worst appliance fails and what to buy instead. First up, the Samsung Smart Fridge. At any appliance store, this $3,000 Samsung is the star. Big tablet screen, phone cameras inside, sleek ice maker. To a repair tech, it's a disaster. The biggest flaw: it breaks a basic rule of physics. The ice maker is inside. Ice needs to be below 32 degrees, but your milk is at 38. Samsung engineers crammed it into a flimsy plastic box. They tried to pump cold air through a tiny vent. It's a climate mess. The box isn't insulated well. Every time you open the door, warm air hits the ice maker. This causes condensation, then ice, freezing the whole thing. The plastic gears try to move the ice, then they shatter. This is so common, there are lawsuits. Repair techs say, never buy a fridge with an ice maker inside. Get one in the freezer, where it belongs. Next, LG front-load washers. They look high-tech, but there's a hidden problem. It's called the spider arm. In a front loader, this bracket holds the drum. Heavy, wet clothes spin on it. Commercial machines use tough steel. They last decades. But LG and Samsung use cheap cast aluminum. This crucial part is made of weak pot metal. That metal is the weak point. It sits in soapy water. Detergents cause corrosion. In 3 to 5 years, the acid eats the metal. It gets spongy and crumbles. Corrosion eats it from the inside. One day, you load heavy towels. The machine spins, and the corroded arm snaps. The drum falls, smashing the tub. Repair? $600 for a new drum assembly. That's more than a new washer. Techs buy old Whirlpools or Speed Queens. They use strong steel, not rotting aluminum. Third, the GE Smart Range. Stoves used to be simple, tough machines, built to last 30 years with no repairs. Now, GE, owned by Haier, adds fragile computers. The big flaw: where they put the control board. Look at a modern stove. The touchscreen, or controls, are right where the oven heat escapes. Ovens get hot, up to 500 degrees. That heat vents out the top, right where the computer is. They put a heat-sensitive board in a blast zone. Over time, the heat fries capacitors and melts solder. The stove gets an error code and stops working. You can't just fix a switch anymore. You need a $300 computer board from overseas. If it's back-ordered, you're eating out for weeks. Fourth, the quiet dishwasher. Old dishwashers sounded loud but lasted forever. They had a built-in food grinder. It chopped up food and sent it down the drain. Today's dishwashers are quiet, but flawed. To be silent, they remove the grinder. Instead, they use a fragile plastic impeller and a weak motor. They rely on a fine mesh filter. This filter is supposed to catch debris, but a pistachio shell, a kernel, or glass shard can get through and hit the impeller. The plastic is thin, the motor weak. One piece of debris can break the impeller teeth. The dishwasher stops draining. It fills with dirty water. You get a bill for a motor assembly that costs more than a cheap dishwasher. Fifth, the all-in-one ventless washer/dryer. This is the newest, most expensive trap. These $2, 500 machines wash and dry in one drum. They claim luxury and convenience. To repair techs, it's a disaster waiting to happen. When clothes dry, they release lots of lint. Normal dryers vent this lint outside. Problem solved. In ventless machines, a filter catches lint. Moisture condenses on internal coils. But filters aren't perfect. Tiny damp lint bypasses the filter and sticks to the coils. Over time, it becomes a paste that blocks heat. The machine stops drying. It runs for hours, wasting power. Clothes stay damp and smell musty. The worst part? You can't access the coils to clean them. A tech must take the whole machine apart to scrape the lint off. It's a hidden maintenance trap. The techs know what's up. Today's appliances are just complex failures waiting to happen. To beat the system, you need the dumb appliance counterattack. Ditch Wi-Fi appliances. Skip the door ice makers. No more digital touchscreens. Get the cheapest, ugliest, basic white appliance with real knobs. You swap digital convenience for lasting mechanics, keeping cash from monopolies who build them to die after the warranty. Made it here? Hit subscribe. I expose product engineering scams.